Hey guys, Danny Alvarez here with Cell Phonics YouTube channel, bringing you the latest news and views that you can use. And today, I'm bringing you a phone that has been all over the news and has just reached my door via walking into a store and actually buying it. How am I going to explain this to my wife? Guys, it is not a cheap phone, but what do you get for $1,099 plus taxes and a $20 activation fee that can be waived by the manager, which most of you don't know? Talk to the manager. I would call customer service, ask customer service, can you help me waive this activation fee? They may tell you, yes, I can give it to you as a bill credit in the next day, or yes, I can give it to you as a bill credit in the next billing period. Or they might tell you, just ask the manager, they're able to do it at their discretion. At that point, turn around, you say to the manager, hey manager, the customer service people are telling me, or the customer representative is telling me that I can actually get a $20 bill credit, or that you can actually give me the $20 discount right here up front so I don't have to pay the quote upgrade fee, and just get it done. I did, you can too, I'm sure. Anyway, the T-Mobile Galaxy Note 10 Plus. I didn't get the 10 because I was thinking about the screen and how the screen actually would have a 1080p display, and that actually worried me, despite reports that it would not make a huge difference. I just don't want to have paid so close to the amount. It's only $100 difference, guys, between the Galaxy Note 10 and the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. And then also there's other features that you get with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus here that you do not get with the Galaxy Note 10. So that's the reason I did that. You've got a nice box here. Of course, now premium boxes back in the day used to be made of all kinds of different materials, but now they're pretty simple. Instruction manual comes in here, as well as the SIM card remover, as usual. So who needs an instruction manual on an Android phone? Please comment below if you do. I'm just teasing. We're not going to laugh at you. If you need help with how to use it, that's why you subscribe to my channel, so I can answer all your questions. In fact, if you have any questions and you have a Galaxy Note 10 Plus, please leave comments below and I'll be happy to respond to these. So here we have the device in all of its glory. And to our surprise, they're giving us an extra little flap right over here that says Samsung on it. That's so you don't forget what company actually sponsored the making of this device. Of course, then you have the serial numbers and whatnot here, which I will not show, of course, for privacy reasons. And a T-Mobile SIM card, which you may or may not want to use. Now, of course, this SIM card is not cut out. You can actually pop it out from the very inside, or for certain size devices, you're able to just insert the whole SIM card. I don't know of any devices right now, currently, that actually use this feature of using the big SIM card. I'm looking at a charger here. This charger brick is significantly larger than the brick that came with my Galaxy Note 5. It's also larger than the brick that came with my Galaxy Note 8, which is actually the same exact charger that came with the Note 5. They're both fast chargers. They're both 15 watt. This here is a 25 watt charger, which will help this baby here, this large, beautiful device, charge extremely quick. So in the order of about an hour and a half, because it's such a large, massive device. So to read you a couple of the specs here, the specs are not here, so I'm not going to read them to you. You can read them in the description below. But the battery is much bigger, and really this unboxing is about giving you my first impressions of the device, and the device feels solid. Solid as the Note 8, in fact, but as you look at it or as you feel it, the way that you put it in your hands, it really is nice. It really fits nicely. But I'm missing something over here on the right side. There are no buttons whatsoever. That's because Samsung has moved the power button and repurposed the Bixby button as the actual on and off button. So no more Bixby button. Yes, Samsung heard all of us cry out, oh my God, how many times did you have a Galaxy Note 8 or a Note 9 and you press that Bixby button thinking it was the power button, or just trying to raise the volume or lower the volume, and here comes Bixby trying to butt into your life. Well, no longer. You can map it to do that. Well, maybe you click and hold, it'll likely produce Bixby's response. Also, once you know, you cannot see, what you cannot see here, you can see the reflection of the phone that I'm using to record this. I'm actually recording it on the Galaxy Note 8, so if you like that video, please give me a heads up or a thumbs up, or ring the notification bell, subscribe, do all those kinds of neat little things you do for the other YouTubers. Come on now, don't be mean. Anyway, looking at the back here, you see 3 cameras. So you have the telephoto lens, you have the normal lens, and of course a super wide angle lens. You also have, what's that again? The 4th, which is really not a camera per se. It's more of a sensor, as well as an IR, not as an IR, it's an AI scanner, if you will, to be able to 3D scan something. So if I put this box right here, for instance, and just laid it on this, on the ground here, I could go all the way around this box, all the way around it, and if I could capture the part below, and then I could actually twist, turn it and everything, and you'd be able to view it in full 3D glory, which is kind of neat. Suppose you wanted to draw, you want to make something, or you sculpted something, you wanted to go ahead and get a 3D model of it and digitalize it, you can actually do that. You can digitalize a person. I could have, say, my son, my daughter, my wife stand there, and I can record all the way around them from the top, all the way around them, go circle around them, and videotape it. And this will 3D map their body and their self. So it'll be a 3D model of that person, then you can animate them on the screen. Really, there are not very many apps that can take advantage of that, but of course Samsung has very, very powerful editing going into this device. One of the most interesting things I've seen about the device in many of the reviews that I've seen, which I'll be really wanting to play with, I've just turned it on, is, and as you can see, I do have it, it's powered by T-Mobile and secured by Knox, which again is one of the best security options you can have for your device. To date, I have known nobody that's been able to break into one of these devices to try to take their information or anything to that effect. At least not through the, not one secured by Knox. So I really like that, especially given that Samsung Pay is an option still. Another thing that I've been noticing, boy, my goodness, this is extremely, extremely big screen. I am quite impressed. My fingers are touching the sides of the screen there, but nothing's happening. So it's I'm not accidentally bumping into anything like that. So the unboxing here does also cover the fact that you see the pinhole camera. Like it or not, it's here. What's not here, though, which you've heard about already, is the fact that it does not have a 3.5 millimeter camera. Not a camera, excuse me, the actual. Gosh, guys, you can help me out. I've got my kids behind me. They'll help me with this thing. Yeah. Oh, you need to open the door to leave. She uses while she does that. No, it actually doesn't have the 3 millimeter headphone jack, by the way. So 3.8 millimeter headphone jack. It does not exist. Samsung, you can hardly see it there because it's black, but yeah, you can actually make it out there in the reflection on this 2K recording. So there it is in full glory, ladies and gentlemen. Your volume is volume rockers right at the top. If I swipe down, I can actually get the brightness to be a little bit higher. There's just a number of things I can actually access from here. Sound is, from what I hear, something very, very...
Let's look at the terms and conditions.
Once
you read and agree to these, we can really get going.
That's amazing. So I just heard sound coming from the top of the phone and the bottom of the phone because it has dual front-facing or front blasting speakers. I should say blasting because it's really, really loud, which is really, really nice. So we're going to finish setting it up. I'm going to pay for a couple of days, with it for a couple of days. Of course, for its eternity, right? I own the thing. But I'll go ahead and check it out for a couple of days and then come back, check in with you, and talk to you about some of the quirks and features of this device and let you know if you should do what I did, which was upgrade from the Note 8 to the Note 10 Plus. Another really, really, really interesting thing is the fact that once more, like I said, the millimeter jack, the 3.8 millimeter jack is gone. Here's your charging port, your charging cable, but also it does include a pair of AKG tuned Samsung nubs, which, by the way, I've got another pair out here somewhere. If I had it handy, I'd show them to you, but they're exactly the same in terms of their quality. How they will sound coming from USB-C versus 3 millimeter, I am really interested in knowing the difference. Here's a couple of different size earbuds, to let you know that, if you have little ears like me, you deserve good sound too. Very good. So device-wise, I mean, they weigh just about the same as the others, in fact. So I'm popping them out of here in hopes that I don't break them. Here they are. Okay, that's that. Bringing out the other ones as well. And here are the earphones at this time. Clearly, this was made for somebody far brighter than me, right? Now, here it is right here. So, yeah, they're just about as long. Yeah, in fact, they're pretty long. They're just about as long as the other ones, as you can see. Except now, it's the USB-C jack that they're using right here. So USB-C instead of the 3.8 millimeter jack. This is the old version. So if you wanted to keep your old ones, your old headphones, they are not going to be working with this because there is absolutely nowhere on this device that you can actually plug in this 3.8 millimeter headphone jack. So that's kind of sad to see it go, especially with Samsung having been making fun of Apple for getting rid of theirs. But as you can see, it's the exact same thing, exact same size. I've got the old ones here next to the new ones. The new ones just have a shiny coat on them, but it really appears to be the same technology. The thing is, though, it may be delivered differently from this 3.8 millimeter jack versus this. And here's one thing I think that that really makes a difference is Atmos. It's got Dolby Atmos right out of the box, and because it has dual speakers, it can achieve Dolby Atmos without you having to sync up with some earphones. So if you want an immersive experience with a movie that has Dolby Atmos enabled, where you hear 3D sound coming pretty perceivably from every direction, if you sit this in front of you and you play a Dolby Atmos enabled movie or a sound test, you'll hear things kind of flying around, moving from place to place using just your device. And I think that's pretty darn good because Apple's not doing this. That's my first jab at Apple, although I have a whole bunch of them to shoot. In fact, I told my sales representative that I was subtracting 2 points from her since she was an Apple lover, if you will, and an Apple iHead, if you will, and I'm an Android iHead, and an Android or Samsung head, rather. So guys, that's what I've got for the review. If you have any questions, if you are thinking about possibly subscribing or not, well, don't think about that, just do it. If you're thinking about upgrading from the Galaxy Note 10 or Note 8 to the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, let me know what questions you might have regarding user experience, regarding how much it weighs, which actually it's surprisingly just a tiny bit, actually it feels about the same to me, maybe a little bit lighter in fact, which is kind of awkward knowing that it has such a bright camera. So we'll see. I'm having to try to get used to using this old Bixby button remapped as a power button, but you know what? That's the way they used to be a long time ago. They didn't have two different sides. Everything was done on the right side either for volume rockers and power, or the volume rockers were on the side and the power was on the top. And I really do like the way this is. Right over here at the top, you notice as well the SIM card, of course, goes right there. And the instructions over here actually come with the SIM card remover. So that's how you go ahead and insert your SIM card remover. Nice thing here, you got a microphone down at the bottom. You have a microphone at the top, which allows you to actually record in stereo. So if I come over here and whisper during a video, you'll hear it only on the right side or on your right ear. I come over here and whisper on this side, you'll only hear it on your left ear. At the top, it has an additional hole, which, if I'm not mistaken, is an ambient it picks up the ambient to noise cancel. It reverses the sound of whatever noise might be, so that when you're on the phone talking, the person doesn't perceive all the noise that's around you, only your voice. So it's really, really a lot of interesting features. I look forward to your questions to see what other things I can answer regarding that. I look forward to looking, at all the pictures and videos that I'm going to be able to take with this very beautiful device, and I'll be posting them on my subsequent review of this beautiful device. For Cellphonius YouTube channel, this is Danny Alvarez checking out.